Hi people, my name is Mia Russo and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making cookies while also judging some Am I the A-hole Reddit threads, which are, it's like an app or a website called Reddit, and there's this little space where it says like just a bunch of people that write a little paragraph anonymously about things that are kind of in the gray area of what they do in their lives, and a lot of people think they are the a-hole or they're not the a-hole. So I'm gonna be reading them while I make the cookies, and yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we're gonna try something new today because this is like a cookie mix. We're gonna try it out. It doesn't need too much stuff. It needs like water. I think this bowl should be big enough. I don't know. Am I the a-hole? Prompt 1. Am I the a-hole for telling my vegan sister that I will not remodel her home anymore if she didn't serve me meat? My sister bought a home and it needs a lot of work. I told her that I would be willing to do it if she provided food and the materials. Fair enough. I am anemic and I fainted a lot as a child. Almost all of my meals have to have some type of meat in them or are very heavy on protein. This is the problem. Meals my sister have been serving me have left me hungry and lightheaded. The work is labor intensive, and me working in the morning to late afternoon usually makes me feel awful by the end of the day. I bought my own food one day and it wasn't an issue, so I asked if she could make heavier meals that had more protein in them. It hasn't been working. Yesterday I fainted and I informed her that I need her to make meals with meat in them or I will not remodel things anymore. Okay. She thinks I'm a huge jerk for asking this one thing, and I'm standing firm on this. I am also not willing to bring my own food since I'm doing her a huge favor already. I don't think you're communicating to your sister correctly, because if so, you would have told us what exactly she said no to. Because I don't read anywhere here saying that you asked and then she said, or you asked and like she still doesn't do it. Like clearly, like did she agree and then just doesn't do it? I don't think you guys like sat down and actually communicated, because if she keeps doing that, clearly she doesn't understand. And see, it says she thinks I'm a huge jerk for asking this one thing of her, and I'm standing firm on this. I am also not willing to bring my own food.
Me a Rolex. Does that mean something?
What do you think it means?
Oh,
a Rolex is timeless.
yeah, but I said...
If you let it, and you rewind it, and you work it, it can last forever.
Okay. Whatever that means.
It's a tough situation. I don't have siblings, so I have no idea like what exactly your relationship with this sister is. Because if you're clearly doing this for free and you're just asking her to make her, like for her to make better food for you because of this issue, shouldn't she know your issue? Like, you guys are siblings. That's why I'm questioning the relationship. Anyway, are you the a-hole? Ooh, this is tough. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say this person's the a-hole, because clearly you're not communicating right. You've asked her plenty of times, but you haven't told her what she said back or what the conversation looked like. So for that, and the fact that you're saying this all very one-sidedly, and I don't know, I think both of you guys are the a-holes, but you're more, I don't know. Cookie mix and the softened butter in an egg in a medium bowl until the dough forms. Okay, let's do prompt number 2. the a-hole for making my boyfriend lunch for work? Okay. Hi, I'm 23-year-old female and my boyfriend is a 23-year-old male. We live together in a studio apartment, and for his birthday, I got him 3 things. He's really into art, so I got something he really wanted to work on for his art. I also got him a unique mug, and lastly, I got him a lunchbox. Okay. He has been complaining that he wasn't having a hard time bringing lunch to work because he didn't have one. So he was complaining that I was having a hard time bringing lunch to work because he didn't have a lunchbox. Okay. So I know that it wasn't a glamorous gift, but I thought it would be helpful one. It would be a helpful one. Also, my birthday was back in January, and he didn't get me a birthday gift due to financial issues, quote unquote. Ooh. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Anyway, he was very disappointed when he opened a lunchbox gift and got upset that I got it for him. I explained why, and he was still upset. Why are you upset? His birthday was on a Friday, so on Monday, I guess I wasn't thinking about it. And I woke up early and made him his lunch in the lunchbox I got him. He became extremely pissed off, telling me that he didn't even eat the lunch last week because his teeth were bothering him. And so because I didn't remember, he was even more mad. He then went on a whole rant making rude comments at me, demanding my gift, and saying I don't listen to him when I talk. While I was just trying to be helpful and can't remember everything he says to me, I didn't just get him a lunchbox, I got him other things he wanted. Am I the a-hole? I don't know what to say to this. I genuinely am afraid for this person, this lady who says her boyfriend is mad at her because he got a lunchbox, even though she didn't get any birthday gift in January for her birthday because of financial issues. I don't see an ounce of gratefulness, an ounce, for anything, for whether it's his birthday, for whether she makes lunch for him, period, and for whether she even got him a lunchbox, which was a thoughtful gift. Because wait, let me go back. It says he has been complaining that he was having a hard time bringing lunch to work because he didn't have one. He was very disappointed when he opened a lunchbox. First of all, you're not the a-hole. This lady, what? I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I would leave him immediately. Like, fine. Like, I'll excuse you for not giving me a gift on my birthday because we were going through financial issues. But then you can't be disappointed on having a gift at all when I gave you a gift and you're disappointed that it's a lunchbox. I could have just gave you nothing like you did to me. This one upsets me a lot. Because how is it that people, like, I'm just flustered because it's like, he has the audacity. It's the audacity for me. And I was thinking about it now, and I was like, wait, that's why she told us in the beginning paragraph that she got him other things too. She says he's into art, so she got him stuff for art. He also got him a unique mug, and then also got him a lunchbox because he needed it. So something he likes and something he needs, and somehow he was disappointed. All right, prompt number 3. For not believing my wife when she told me her brother was hospitalized? All right, I gotta zoom this in or something. For context, I'm a male 43-year-old and my wife is a female 39-year-old. And it always has been a little bit of an over-exaggerator. Okay. There is countless minute example I won't recount here, but needless to say, I've grown used to her blowing things out of proportion. So yesterday, when she texted me frantically during my shift saying I needed to pick up her brother from my mother-in-law's to drive him to the hospital, I took it with a grain of salt. So your wife is an over-exaggerator, but when she asks you to leave work because your brother needs to be picked up from his mom's house, from her mom's house to drive to the hospital, you took it with a grain of salt. Yeah, maybe he thought like he had like a scratch or something and she was just over-exaggerating because they think that he needs to go to the hospital. Maybe. Anyway, it says, I was in a bit of a work crisis, so about 5 minutes passed before I had the moment to text her back. By that point, she called twice and left another 8 messages in full panic mode. Finally, after reading through the text, I gave her a call back to get the full scoop. See, I like how these people type. Like, he clearly can write sentences. The other people, I was stuttering because they were like, It says, she answers immediately defensive and angry that I wasn't taking it seriously and I needed to come ASAP. It was after this moment I realized I might be the asshole. Okay, so he immediately thought he was in the wrong. Good on him. I took the time to start asking questions rather than taking her at face value. Things like, what happened? And are you sure he's injured? Enough to warrant him to the ER visit. She was hysterical, not answering my questions and not giving me further details. It was then I realized I knew she was just going to be one of those bouts of panic one she gets into frequently, and I wouldn't be able to make any sense of it. So I asked to speak with my mother-in-law to make sense of the situation, and it was when she went off the that's when she went off the rails, accusing me of gaslighting her, saying I always do this before hanging up on me. I don't hear back from her or anyone else for the rest of my shift, so I gave her another call, to which I get no reply. It was until I then called my mother-in-law that I got the full scoop of what happened. Whew, are you ready? This is what actually happened. It turned out while my brother-in-law was fixing their parents' roof tiling, the ladder was unstable to the ground, causing him to have a major fall. My mother-in-law was also very upset that I didn't take my wife seriously, saying they had to call an ambulance and her son was very hurt. I apologized immensely, immediately embarrassed and ashamed of myself for not stepping in. My wife's family needed me. After that phone call, I texted my wife again saying that I couldn't believe she didn't tell me how serious this was. I don't know if I would say that to my wife, but anyway. And that she was choosing pettiness over her brother's injuries. After a night on my own with no word from my wife on if she was coming home, I heard back this morning. She texted me saying I'm a complete asshole and to not visit her or her brother at the hospital today or any of the days following. Am I the a-hole? Should I suck it up and apologize? It just feels like a boy who cried wolf situation gone wrong. Well, that one's a lot to unpack, right? So clearly he was used to his wife being insanely over dramatic, and once he finally assumed that this was something just like that, he ended up being wrong. I think he's clearly he was accountable, and he called the mother-in-law, apologized, telling him he was saying he was embarrassed, and he apologizes so much. I don't know if him and this wife get along very well. I don't know. It was just he was clearly used to her antics, and then he finally assumed the same way he always does and was wrong. It's tough. I would say, is he the a-hole here? For this situation, yes. But the way he handled the situation, I don't think makes him the a-hole. It's the fact that his action beforehand was kind of in that manner a-hole-y, but the way he handled the situation after that, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I appreciate him. So, he, at the end of the whole story, he says, should I suck it up and apologize? It just feels like a boy who cried wolf situation. Gone wrong. And I would say, if you really love your wife and you love this family and you loved your marriage, fine, suck it up. You were wrong. I would also communicate with her, say, hey, this is how I felt. It's true, I agree with him that like the fact that he was trying to get the full scoop after immediately calling, like clearly he still cared while he was in the shift. But at the end of the day, it's a mistake. I hope they're still okay. And yeah. As you can see, I'm right now greasing the pan. Hey guys, it's been like 15 minutes. The cookies are ready. Me and my parents already had one to try it. It's so good, like wow. It's like crunchy on the outside, super soft on the inside, perfect. But we have one final prompt, and we're gonna frost the cookie. Frost the cookies. So here we have the cookie icing. We're gonna just frost them for fun because I want more content. Okay, so how should we start? So this is after, obviously. Okay, so let's start with the 5th prompt. Am I the a-hole for embarrassing my parents in family therapy? Okay, that's an interesting one. So I'm a 15-year-old male in family therapy with my parents and my sisters, Alicia 13 and Kaylee 12, female. Therapy is pretty new and not going so well. We're not a close family, and we have a lot of issues, and I know we have extra stresses because Alicia has a lot of complex medical issues and she can't do everything Kaylee and I can. She needs a wheelchair sometimes, and she's on a lot of meds. But she can be fine sometimes too and can enjoy life. But she has limitations we don't. And my parents make me feel like they want me to be the adult and not one of their kids. See, it sucks sometimes to be the oldest child. I mean, I'm not saying that from experience because obviously I'm the only, but I can understand where that comes from a little bit. I can understand the oldest child a little bit more than I understand like the complexities of a middle child or a youngest child. They don't like me spending time with my friends. They say I could be home helping take care of my sisters or doing stuff at home for them. When I do go, they make me take one or both of my sisters. They get angry if Alyssa can't join, and if I'm forced to take one of my sisters or both, I can't have fun. I get stuck making sure they're okay, and even at birthday parties, like places and not kids parties anymore, because yeah, he's a 15-year-old boy. Like I have to be forced to bring them when they're not invited, and I get to watch them have fun. If I have fun at something and my sisters don't, then I get in trouble. It happened during our last field trips, and I had a great time. Alicia had to leave early because she was sick. Kaylee had such a bad time, and I told Grandpa I had a great time, and my parents berated me for it. While Kaylee got to talk about how fun my best friend's birthday party at the trampoline park was, she didn't get into trouble for Alicia being jealous and missing out like I would. And then your parents don't understand and you get in trouble for it. That's terrible. And especially being like the only boy, and like your friends are probably boys, and like they're having fun and they're having a birthday party or something. That's really sad. There. I think they are mostly frosted. They get mad I don't buy my sister's birthday presents or Christmas presents. They get mad that I get gifts from my best friend's parents. They get mad that I get invited to my best friend's family events as a friend of him to hang out with. My parents get annoyed when I confide in my grandpa, but they get annoyed if I tell them how they make me feel. Alicia hates being left out, which I get, but I'm the only one my parents get angry with for it. We're in family therapy, and my parents are using are using it to talk about how awful I am. After using it to talk about how awful I am, they say I'm making life harder for everybody, and they didn't expect me to say how things really are, but I did. After my parents said I act like a 5-year-old who doesn't like being the center of attention, I brought it up in therapy, how they treat me and how I feel like they take their frustration about Elisa requiring so much care on me. That's such a tough situation, and you can tell by the way this person is writing, this kid is writing, that he's insanely mature and he had to be the adult here. I find that really sad. Like, parents need to be able to talk to their children and respect them as much as they want to be respected, because we're all taught that. Everything should be, sometimes parent relationships should be reciprocal in some aspect, of course, they're adults, but you guys should have at least some type of respect. You can't get mad at me for having a life. It says, I said they can't stand me having fun without my sisters or seeing me be the only one having fun, but almost like it when I'm the one not having fun. My parents got so pissed at me after the session and accused me of embarrassing them. I told them they just didn't want me to speak so openly in front of my sisters, which is why they include them. Am I the a-hole? No. For like, I didn't embarrass you. I said the truth. Like, if anything, I'm glad you're embarrassed, because that means that I said the truth and you're embarrassed. Like, if you're embarrassed about your behavior, then actually I'm glad I did it, you know? That's how I would see it. But it sucks, because like, if both your parents feel the same way about you, then that means like they're ganging up on you, and like that's the worst feeling. So that's really rough. I didn't mean to put that much. Oops. We're just gonna sprinkle. Wow, he's not the a-hole, of course. That's a terrible situation. I hope that he can stand up to them. I hope that he keeps going to family therapy, so then that therapist could really tell this kid what he can do to almost combat this behavior that his parents are behaving, because it's likely they're not going to change. They're adults. They have been stuck in their ways for forever. So if anything, the therapist can tell him like how he can deal with it. That's all of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here are the cookies we made. Oh, actually it's better like this, right? Here are the cookies. I think they came out super good, and I hope you enjoyed. We tried the cookies, they were so good, so I'm gonna have these later with my parents. Yeah, if you like my content, subscribe so you can get it in your little feed, so when I post you have it already ready. Like it. If you like the video, you can click the little thumbs up so I can know if you like this type of content, or I'm gonna be doing so much more content now, and we'll see. Tell me if you like vlogs, tell me if you like cooking, tell me if you like doing stuff with movies. Just let me know. You can write it in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Shot by Mia Russo, the exact same titles, the exact same profile picture. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, people.